in English. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Thank you. Testing. En français. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Merci. Testing. En español. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Gracias. Testing. In German. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Danke. Testing. In Mandarin Chinese. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shishi. Okay. Now, I'm about to tell you something that you never heard of, thought of, dreamed of, or ever could even possibly imagine. Now, you're probably not going to understand it, and you are definitely not going to believe it. But the most important thing to remember is that everything that I'm about to tell you is true. This is take number 1. Distributed by Heroes Unlimited. My name is Glenn Rozier Jr. II to the third power, and I'm from the future. I'm here because I have a message from the future that I was sent to give to everyone on Earth. You know, I've said that phrase in my head over 100 times before, practicing to do this, but just then, when I actually heard myself say it out loud, I was wondering if it sounded as crazy to you as it did to me just now when I said it. I came out here in my favorite shirt, I put on my best glasses, I even got on my headphones so I can hear what I'm going to say before I say it. I did it before, and I don't want to mess up again. But just then, I was trying to figure out what was the craziest thing I just said. Could it be the fact that I want to speak to everyone on this entire planet? Or maybe it's the fact that I want to speak to everyone on Earth and actually believe that I have something to say that they want to hear. I'm going to start this all over. This is take number 1. Uno. Ein. E. No, wait a minute. That first one was take number 1. This is take number 2. De. Dos. Zwei. Distributed by Heroes Unlimited. My name is Glenn Rozier Jr. II to the third power. And you probably think the craziest thing I just said was when I told you that I was from the future. That's the craziest thing that I said. Okay. Well, I can see you might think that might be a wild statement for someone to make, saying that he's from the future. Honestly, if I didn't know it was true, I wouldn't believe it either. You see, you don't know me now, but in the future, I'm famous. I've got my teeth fixed and everything. My name is known around the world. I'm Glenn Rozier Jr. II to the third power. I'm strong, brave, honest, true, handsome, intelligent, articulate. I don't lie, I don't steal, I don't cheat. I always keep my word, and I always tell the truth. Well, unless I'm lying. And I have a good sense of humor, which is how you can tell when I'm lying. Now, I'm primarily known in the future because of my message from the future that I'm about to give to you. But I'm also famous in the future because of my songs and books and stories and novels and screenplays and jokes and poems, my inventions, discoveries, and creations. For instance, someday in the near future, people are going to tell you that I'm the man who's responsible for creating the formula for time. The time formula. I created the formula for time. I didn't, but people are going to tell you that I'm the guy who did that. The formula for time. It looks like this. That is actually what time looks like. Now, I realize that you couldn't see it just then because you don't know it yet. But in the future, little kids around the world have to learn that in elementary school, the formative time. Now, they're also going to tell you that I'm the man who discovered the law of affinity. Now, that one I did do. Well, I'm going to do it. Actually, I've already done it, but not yet. The law of affinity is the only man-made law that no one can defy. Well, except for the law of gravity, of course, but the law of gravity is a physical law, whereas the law of affinity is a mental law. It's determined by the way that you think. And once you understand this law, it can never be broken. Absolutely, positively, of undeniable certainty. It's a law of affinity. Another one of my creations or discoveries would be the GPS without a satellite, the Global Positioning System. Without using a satellite or a computer, I can pinpoint your exact location anywhere on Earth from outer space. The GPS without the satellite. This is another thing little kids have to learn in school. Another one of the accomplishments that you're going to hear me make is that not only am I going to rewrite the alphabet, but I'm going to add another letter to it. Now, you see, in the future, when you see these things come to be, you realize that I'm telling you the truth right now, and that my message from the future is real. So I guess that means that time will be the only proof of my sincerity. So for now, if you believe that I'm from the future, thank you. Merci. Gracias. Danke. Shishi. I appreciate it. If you don't believe that my message comes from the future, you can kiss my ass, because I'm not going to do anything to try to convince you. You see, when you take something from the future and you use it in the past, you lose it in the future where it should have been in the first place. But it really doesn't matter now because what's done is done, and that's where it's going to be when it happens. Wait a minute. What's done is done, and that's when it happens. Yeah, that's right. You see, you don't know it, but this is the second time I've been here to give you the message from the future. But I must be doing it right this time because you don't even remember the first time, so I shouldn't even mention it. Hey, wait a minute. Is this thing on? Listen. 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 It really doesn't matter what you believe. The point I'm trying to make here now is that doesn't believe, doesn't matter. It's a message come from the future. It doesn't matter. It's a message didn't come from the future. The only thing that actually matters is that you understand the message. And somehow I got way off the subject. I was trying to tell you something and now I got to rewind my mind. See, I know all this by heart. I don't go back and start from the beginning. I have to rewind my mind to figure out. I don't think the cogwheels are going around my head. This is the way I think. I used to be an accountant, so this is how I count backwards. Time formula. No, not far enough. Message from the future. I was trying to remember what's the craziest thing about that. And was it the fact that I want to speak to everyone on this entire planet? Or was it the fact that I actually believe that I have something to say that everyone on Earth needs to hear? I suppose at the end of this video, you'll be the judge of that. I'm going to start all over again. This is take number 3. 3, 3, 5. Distributed by Heroes Unlimited. My name is Glenn Rozier Jr., the second to the third power. And I'm from the future. I'm here because I have a message from the future that I was sent to give to everyone on Earth. They say that we must always remember the mistakes that we make in the past so that we don't repeat them again in the future. So the message from the future is a lesson from the past to everyone on Earth. From the beginning of time, since man was born, he was said to live in doubt. To live on earth, to strive for knowledge, to learn what life's about. For all things good, there should be a bad. For every smile, there's going to be a frown. For all things asked, there should be an answer. For their some cannot be found. You see, there are questions of life and existence that seem to have no conclusion. But man on earth is not satisfied until it can reach a solution. You see, this overpowering thirst for knowledge, it was brought to man by birth. His conquest for the understanding of life seems his reasons for being on earth. But why can't man live as brothers, using this wisdom that he shows? Inside his knowledge, he's just too blind to see. Or maybe his eyes are closed. In a universe that's endless and infinite, our existence on Earth was no accident. Out of all the planets that fill the sky, this one was chosen to watch time go by. An environment perfect for man to survive since the beginning of time when the first one arrived. His wisdom allowed him to live longer than other animals, larger, stronger. Wisdom along with self-confidence in a world divided by continents. Now these continents divided into different sections and boundaries were placed in all directions. Boundaries to separate countries and states, keep people apart with borderline gates. Still, even smaller states divide into cities and counties. They stand side by side. Now it's hard to believe that for so many years the world's been divided by prejudiced fears, divided by the lack of communication. If there is only one planet, there is only one nation. In a world that belongs to everyone by birth, we should all be one nation, the nation of Earth. Now, that was your message from the future. My name is Glenn Rozier, Jr., the second to the third power. And if I did it right this time and I didn't mess up, that means that someday everyone on the map of the world is going to know my name. Now this is a message from the past.